I've got one for you.
Hit it.
Most of us, if not all of us, start off and we believe, or we're led to believe,
Yep.
that we know what we really want.
Yep.
Okay? Opposed to getting what we really need.
Correct.
So wanting something
Yep.
and what you need are two fucking different, completely opposite things.
Correct. Because what you want is based off your programming. You might think you think you can solve your own problems with your brain, with your mentality, with your program. The point you're trying to make here, obviously, is that we don't really know what the fuck we want.
That's right.
All right. And we have to start looking for things that we need to be able to evolve as a human. And that's the mindset we need to be going in. You know, we need to look out for the traps, you know. Oh, I'm really hooked on this fucking thing that's going to solve my problem.
Yeah.
Because you're the genius of, like, you know what you need.
That's right.
But we've got to be careful. Like, why do we want it so much? You know, what is it about that thing? And we have to listen. We have to listen to how life's playing out. It's not an easy one.
Definitely not.
There's a lot of faith involved, and there's a lot of sussing out, trial and error. You know, this is what I need. But flipping from this is what I want to let me chase what I need, what's best for me to help me evolve.
That's right.
All right, that's the. You know, how do you get into that? How do you transfer? Sometimes it just happens on its own. Certain things, you know, you might find the misses, like this story you got, which shows you the light of, like, oh, I didn't know that I needed this. All right, the thing I wanted wasn't really what I thought it was. And then, you know, you become aware of what you really needed, and that how you think is not really always credible. Doesn't always help you.
No, of course. Look, it's correct. Spot on. And to add to that, before I get into this story, is that we are fucking sold that what we want is what we need. Like, we're actually, it's not like that sounds alright. We're like, fucking, this is meant to be. I know that once I get this, I'm sweet. Or I know that this is what I really need.
Bravo.
We're sold. We're convinced.
We're convinced. We're so bought into it.
That's it. Now, story is, when I was growing up, I love Greek culture, Greek background, the whole thing, and for me, it just made sense that just, you know, when I grow up, I'm gonna marry a Greek girl.
That's it.
Why not? Because my mind when I was younger, it was always geared to, I want to be an entrepreneur. I love traveling. I want to be doing business online. Yeah, I love flexibility.
Oof.
Like, I was never a person that works at one place, goes there 9 to 5 or, you know, 5 days a week. I was never that person.
Yeah, full-time job, committed.
That's right. And as much as I've dabbled in those, obviously, because you need some kind of income when you're younger.
That's right.
It was never my journey, right? Also, having a family wasn't really up there either.
Right.
It was always, John, you know, maybe have a girlfriend, you know, and then cruise around and just be very free-spirited.
That's right.
So anyway, I thought, and if I wanted to, I could get married and do that.
Yep.
Now, so I always thought that when it comes to a girl, I would like to marry someone that shares the same culture as me. Same religion, same, you know, everything. So, being a Greek girl. And that I was led to believe that was my path. So, I ended up marrying a Greek girl. Now, it didn't work out, obviously, I got divorced.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that you can't marry within your tribe and it won't work out. I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah.
Is that I believe that that was the only way for me.
Yep.
I didn't believe there would be value, any kind of value, with someone non-Greek.
Yeah.
Because I thought to myself, at the end of the day, she's Greek, or she's, you're going to find a good girl. That was the main thing. She's a good girl.
Yeah.
But if she's Greek, a lot of things will be easier for me. Look, same religion, the kids later on, baptism, this and that, blah blah.
Bravo, hell
it was
yeah.
all that.
Yes.
So I never saw value in sweet. I was very close-minded, obviously, and I used to say it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, mate, be open, this and that. But I know what I want.
Yeah.
How could that be wrong?
Correct.
And I was just over and like a hamster on the wheel, over and over, and I was honest about it as well. I was trying to be honest.
Yeah.
I was honest. Like, sweet, if I had another girl, would it be bad? No, it wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. I know what I want.
Yeah, but I want to live in Greece, for example. That's the way I was thinking.
Yep.
I want to live in Greece. Now, if I'm living in Greece, would it help me by her being Greek? Obviously.
100%.
She knows the language, doesn't have to learn the language.
That's it.
Everything just made sense.
Everything made sense.
All right? And I was just sold to that. And even though many times as you mentioned it, like I said, I'd keep on going over and maybe I'm missing something. But I'd never find the answer.
Yeah. I don't really have the answer for you today.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But the thing the way you were coming across, it was just something about it. It was just something that said, you just look so lopsided. Like someone who really wants something, I don't know, didn't vibe like that.
No, it was like,
it
I was very rigid. It was very
place.
no, it wasn't grounded. That's right.
Yeah.
It wasn't grounded. That's the difference. That's the fucking, it's so small.
Yeah.
But it's everything.
Yeah, I had no evidence to say,
so
this is why.
And that's why it was difficult for me, because I didn't step out of me and look at as a third person as much as I tried anyway.
Yeah.
Because I had, and even you, we had nothing to go off.
No.
Like everything made sense. It really did.
On paper, yeah.
It really did. But the one thing that you saw which I couldn't see is that the way I was presenting my case. The way I was answering.
Yeah, there was a blindness.
There was something, that's it. There was something off about it, obviously.
There was a one side.
Yeah.
Now, you might say, because I always try to explain it to you, like, sweet, I know I want to have fucking pancakes. What's wrong with that? I know what I want. But there's something that doesn't line up.
They fit in your calories, everything. There's box ticking everywhere.
Yeah, I can have pancakes, sweet. Let's say pancakes aren't there.
Yeah.
I might have a fucking muffin. I'm open to that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's just the energy. Something's fucking. Do we know the reason?
Well,
like on paper to explain to these people?
Well, look, the reason that I would say I know of, it was that it's when I say it's the way you say something.
Yeah, I knew energetically.
Yeah, I know that. But then when someone says
theoretically, I didn't know.
I really want something. You could sort of feel in the tone of their voice, the way their facial expression, their body, that it's the way they want it.
Correct.
It's like, I want that. You don't really want it. Or like, fuck, I really fucking want it. Like you do really want it, but the way you want it is like, if you don't get it, you'd lose your mind.
You're
not coming from the Tao. You're not coming from a place of like, look, I want it, and eventually it's going to happen. Like sort of that groundedness that you mentioned before. That's the best way I can explain it.
Yeah, it's
the way you talk about it.
It's the same as money and all that. It's like you need the money. You're attached. You got an attachment.
100% is attachment.
This is going to make everything else complete.
That's right.
This means something. There's a weight here.
Exactly.
There's a value you've given it.
That's right. And that for me, because I was going to go to Greece, because all these sort of stuff, I want to eventually have kids, this and that, and like, if she wasn't Greek, it'd make everything more difficult. Same thing with money that you're talking about now, that example you gave. If I don't get money, I'm fucked. But if I do get money, it's going to solve all these fucking problems.
Correct.
Same thing with this, with the girl at the time. That if I had a Greek girl, everything would just be so smooth. But if I had a non-Greek girl, then there's so many different fires I've got to put out, or there's more effort involved for me. And I don't want to give effort.
Correct. So the value of why that was so important, all right, Was.
Yeah,
Was.
because it was easy.
That's it. That value got high up, but prematurely got.
That's right.
It was an inflation of value.
That's it.
It was an inflation.
That's it. Yeah, because by getting the Greek girl, it didn't. I wasn't involved to get more, or there was no more effort needed. Because in my mind as well, I was just so busy doing shit. I'm always busy doing stuff, and I don't want to dedicate any time to things that are not necessary.
Not necessary. Correct.
And that's the problem.
Bravo.
But by thinking like that, and for everybody out here, I'm closing everything else off.
That's right. That's right. It's not just being like, I'm going to the gym and I'm fucking losing weight and I'm like, I have to stick to it. It's a different ball game because that's a logical. You come in from a logical perspective. You're not like, if this doesn't work out, I'm finished, or everything else falls apart.
Think about it. Spot on.
You know what I mean?
Think about it. Like, for a guy, I look at myself now in hindsight. For a guy that loved traveling, loved different cultures, and all that, is marrying a girl from the same culture, which is fine, okay. But it's only fine. It's only fine if that's what you're grounded and it's what you want, okay.
Correct.
Like grounded. But for me, it was just like it's so stupid because I'm closing the door off for everything else, and I wasn't grounded. So all the good things that could come from different cultures, that would be one of them. I'd be more into different cultures by accepting this other person. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you're missing out on what you need.
That's right.
That's exactly what it is. And yeah, the way the universe works, the way the ego corresponds and plays with, reacts with the universe, we tend to be drawn to the things like you inflated that value of that thing.
Definitely. Inflated is the key word.
It's a beautiful word because where all our choices are made based on value. All right? That's why we call it axiology. And that inflation of value is like ridiculous. You put that up here and that's going to solve everything. Now, how would you have attacked it rationally, let's say, for lack of a better word? How would you... It was just that's not the road for you. That's it.
Yeah, easily.
Was there a universe where you could have got the Greek girl and learnt the lesson?
No,
you were blinded by the light. You were blinded by the light.
There's no way.
Is that fucked up?
There's no way. The only way that it could have happened, it couldn't happen that way anyway. But I could just be open to any nationality. And then I'd end up getting a Greek girl.
Yep.
That's it. Like, no, it wasn't like I'm open to every nationality, but not Greek girls now.
That's it.
It wasn't like that.
No.
It's just been I'm okay with anyone.
Correct.
And then if I had to be aligned with a Greek girl, no problem. But I was closing off from everybody.
Yeah, bravo.
So that was lopsided.
It was lopsided.
And lo and behold, it clicked. Yeah, it clicked when I was living in Brunswick. Yeah, it just clicked.
I was fucking muffin today.
Yeah, it just fucking clicked.
Can't telling me.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm just...
You saw the power.
Yeah, I saw the power. I remember I was in my apartment in Brunswick and I was working out and on the phone and I'm like, yeah, it makes fucking perfect sense.
I've got nothing to lose. You gave yourself to it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was just so open to it. And then... shortly after, I'm talking about it could be that week. I think it was that, honestly, I'm not even
max
making
a
that
couple
up.
Weeks.
Yeah, I'm not even making it up. It's like, sometimes the universe responds quickly.
Fuck, straight away.
Yeah.
Everything was already in place.
Yeah, everything's in place.
So we didn't know the magic working in the background.
So, I know I'm meeting my current missus, and my relationship's unbelievable. And she's half German, half Vietnamese. So automatically from not having any other culture, I'm going to a person that's got two different cultures.
Yes.
And I was currently working with her during this time, even before this time.
Correct.
But it was just, it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
So
you knew she was keen on you.
Yeah.
So all these things were there on standby.
Yeah, it was just, all it was, the deciding factor was that my mind is making a decision I'm cool.
That's it.
That's it. I gave myself the green light.
That's it.
That's all it was. Everything else was there.
So
I just couldn't see it.
correct. So we're saying right now everybody's got opportunities that's around them.
Exactly.
That's hanging around, all right, ready to go. But because we're closed off to it, obviously we don't have the awareness, we can't see it.
That's it. We can't see it. And that's all it is. For the majority of people, everything you need is around you.
Correct.
Everything you need is in front of you.
Correct.
But yeah, you're sleeping. You're sleeping. That's it. Your eyes are closed.
And let's tell them how you even thought she was married.
Yeah, like that's
Like the firewall or the fucking
the extent
the extent that
that the ego, my mind
puts pieces together.
Yeah. To back up the story.
That's right.
Is fucking insane.
Insane. Creates things out of fucking thin air.
Yeah, so I ended up meeting her at, on the work site because I was in construction and we were building a hotel and she was running the hotel operations. And yeah, even though I looked at her, she looks nice, and I knew she was sort of keen on me, like there was always like these firewalls. So even though I gave myself the green light, I wasn't out of the woods.
No, you still didn't know she was a possibility.
Yeah, that's it. So I was like, oh, I swear, I am open, but doesn't mean that we're home free. So, and yeah, the ego, the false self is not going to let go that easily.
No.
So for some reason, I heard, I don't know how I heard this,
You know what I mean?
that when I asked her, like, hey, how you going? They said, no, where are you from? She told me the whole thing, and what are you doing here? Oh, I'm operations manager of this hotel, and so did you go out? Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I went to the, like, you're married? And
You're a dickhead today.
anyway,
You're married? Yes, I'm fully married.
Yeah, I ended up hearing that she was married.
That's it. She was out of bounds. Right?
Yeah, and I'm like, fuck, even though I like her and I'm open to her, I can't have her.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's
it. That's the end of the story. That was it. Like, say Ken? No, I wasn't say Ken like, I told you. I was just open to her because when I'm open, I'm open. That's it. No. But for that situation, it's like...
I remember how the penny dropped.
Yeah. And anyway, lo and behold, later on, I ended up finding out that she was not married at all. And you brought to my awareness, like, how the fuck, I don't know. And
it's
happened a couple of times to me.
Fuck, forget about it.
You know, about this situation, about thinking I've heard something about a situation and, closing it off. That's okay, that's sweet, yep.
Yeah, you know what it's
like? The investigation's over.
Correct. You know what it's like? You know, and sometimes they've got like, they've got things on the internet that you read. So it's got like sentences and you read them and it's got letters missing. Somehow your brain fills in the gaps.
That's it.
It's that.
It's that.
So your lens that you're looking through is a closed off one, and then it'll fill in the gaps to make that situation make sense.
That's it. Exactly.
It's fucked.
But yeah, anyway, look, I ended up falling in love with this person. I got so much more than I bargained for, than I thought I was going to get. Like, you know, she comes from two different cultures. I ended up going to places that I never would have been. You know, because obviously, you know, she lived in those places, got family there, and
that's right.
Experiences. Not only that, more closer to home, that she doesn't know Greek. She wants to learn Greek, so I'm learning Greek with her. Like, I'm learning more words. You know, I'm going through situations that I never would have experienced with a Greek girl.
Yeah, it kind of helps you.
And it helped me grow. It helped me grow more because it's adding more to me.
Yes, correct.
So if I'm Greek, and again, it's not a bad thing, but if I'm Greek and I've got a Greek girl, there's only so much you can be exposed to other cultures, you know what I mean?
Yeah, what are you going to do? Yeah.
Like, you already know the food that they eat. They already know the language. You can get better at the language. Yeah, you can go to a different place in Greece, no problem. But it's very limited.
Unless they're also down with like discovering shit.
Yeah, that's it. But in general, like by default, you're going to be generally the same.
Yeah.
Their parents are going to be the same. All that's going to be generally the same.
Yeah, you're not having to represent at all.
That's it.
There's no representation.
That's it. And the most important one of them all right, is you're always going to be comfortable which is the most negative thing out there.
Yeah.
You know, you're always going to be comfortable. And I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying in my situation, it's like,
That's
I just want to, it is, because I just wanted to be comfortable. For me, it's like, it's easy. Easy means comfortability.
Yeah, close.
Like, I don't have to think about getting married and doing this and doing that, and because it's, you know, it's all part of the default.
Correct, yes.
But that's being comfortable. I didn't want to be uncomfortable, because if I'm uncomfortable, that means I've got to do shit. It takes more out of me, and
More
I didn't want
energy.
to do that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, the ego doesn't want to use energy.
That's it. And for me, that was the default. That's why being uncomfortable, being comfortable is the root of evil, all evil in that situation.
Yeah, and again, we make our decisions based off how we feel. That's where the whole trouble is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? This whole fucking thing is this will feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
It's easier. It's all about how's it going to go down.
Yeah. But being sold to something that apparently you want but you don't really need is a fucking thing. It exists.
Yep.
And you know, you might see it from the outer, but that person experiencing it is blind.
Correct.
They're fucking blind, and most of the times, if not every single time, they are fucking sold to it.
You're ignorant.
You're ignorant.
It's
That's
straight
it.
ignorance. You don't
That's
have the
it.
awareness.
That's it.
But you got to assess it, obviously.
You do. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
What was the other story?
The other story is about getting a job, pretty much. Thinking that I need this job because it brings me a lot of income.
Yeah, a lot of people have this thing.
And I need that income, because without that income, I can't do the shit I want to do. So I need the most highest paying job in the world to get the things that I want.
Bravo.
And yeah, do you need money? Of course, everyone needs money.
Correct. But what do you really want?
But but what do you really want? Do you want money or do you want time?
Correct.
Do you want a bit of money and a lot more time?
Correct.
Because I think most people want way more time with a bit of money.
Yes. Yeah.
Because a lot of people can live on some kind of island, Greek islands, with €1,000 a week, no problem.
Correct.
But they don't have to go to work, and they've got all the time in the world to spend with their family and friends.
Correct.
Doing the things that they want to do.
Yeah. There is a point.
That's it. That's more valuable for most people, if not everybody,
Yep.
than a lot of fucking money and no time.
Correct.
So
the money loses its
yeah.
value.
So back in the day, it was like, I need to get the highest paying job, and I was always chasing the money. But these jobs weren't fucking easy. Obviously, they take a lot out of you.
Correct.
So they don't leave you with much time. And I was always finding myself in the same fucking position. How the fuck am I always looking for new work?
Oh.
How come, because what you really want, you're not going after.
No.
What you really need,
That's right.
So I ended up finding a job back then that was lower pay, but it was so fucking flexible. It was so fucking flexible.
Yeah.
I could do, I could work on our side business back then.
That's right.
I could do a lot of things,
Yeah, hell yeah.
and that was worth more than money.
That's right.
And obviously, yeah, I did, as I was saying, you do need money. There is a baseline of there's a certain amount of money that I need, obviously.
100%.
But it's not everything.
No. And that's another penny that got dropped, obviously.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah, bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo.
So, anyway, learning experiences. It's we've got to go through these things to learn about them.
100%.
Create the awareness, but it's also a big help. Credit goes to you a lot of times, to my missus, to people around me.
Thanks, Dale.
That the mind that created it can't solve it.
Yep.
As we say, right? So a lot of times you could, you mean well, but it's the people that really love you or support you, and I'm talking about that really support you and love you, that make you aware of these things and help you work through these things.
That's it.
And again, come to a previous conversation that, giving and receiving, that you can't do everything on your own. Even if the matters can't. Just by, you, for example, making me aware of this one thing,
yep,
opened my world, It's a big thing anyway.
It is a big thing. Fuck.
Yeah. So, be careful who you have around you, who's in your space,
Yeah, Yeah, you want cunts looking out for your best interest, man.
That's it. And these people, just to make a note here, you're not going to always agree with these people.
No.
Fuck no.
No.
If you find yourself agreeing with the people you're hanging around with, take a look at it. Check it.
Correct.
Because they're not right for you.
Yeah, we agree on a lot of shit, but we also analyze, we discuss, we dig into, like, you know, if you think something different to me, you know,
we're going to voice it.
We take it to the fucking...
That's it. Bring it to the table.
Bring it to the table.
Guaranteed.
Discuss, like the ancient Greeks used to do.
Exactly.
Put it out there in the open.
And we're open for criticism and we're open for everything because our mind is always thinking what's the greater good here. The greater good is growth, wherever we're aiming for. You know? So there is no emotion involved in this.
Open dialogue.
That's it.
There might be a little bit of emotion sometimes.
Yeah, sweet. It depends on the topic.
Until you get clear.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not directed to you though.
No.
You know, it's not directed to the person like, oh, I fucking hate you.
No, you're connected to an idea or
that's
whatever.
It. That's different. It's hard for you to break it, obviously.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
But you're not pointing the finger and not blaming anybody.
Yeah, and if you've got a goal, like, you know, we've usually got a goal and we know what to compare that thing that we're debating, or we've got discourse, you know, that topic we're talking about. Yeah. We've got the goal and we're like, all right, this is the greater thing for this. So does that suit what we're trying to do here? And that's it. And that's how we work out a lot of our shit. There's got to be something that's higher than, like, where we're going with this.
That's bigger than us.
It can't just be because I like it.
Yeah, it's got to be something bigger than us. That's it.
That's right.
And our self-interest.
Correct.
So...